things to do in Grants Pass in 2022. Well, there's a lot to do in Grants Pass. Some of it's the same, some of it's new. The number one thing to do in Grants Pass has been the number one thing to do in Grants Pass for a while, and that's go take a hike. You wanna do a hike? Great, there's some awesome options. One of the best is Rainy Falls. You can do river left or river right. I recommend river left, especially for the first time, and especially if you got little ones. So, what does that look like? There are some minor technical sections towards the top of the trail, but once you drop down, once you get near upper lower Graves Rapids, the trail smooths out and it's just a beautiful, beautiful hike. Also, it's nice because much of the day it's in the shade because the sun comes from that side of the river and it crosses, so a lot of the day you're gonna be in the shade. So even when it's hot outside, it's not too bad of a hike. I recommend in the summertime you go early in the morning, but the rest of the year, it doesn't really matter. You can go in the afternoon. Rainy Falls is just incredible. When you get down there, sometimes you'll see salmon and steelhead jumping up the falls. It's just like a mind-blowing, amazing experience. So take a little snack, maybe take a lunch, hike down there, hang out maybe a half hour, hour at the falls, and then just hike yourself back up. It's a great way to connect with other people. It's just a beautiful way to spend the day. Give yourself about 3 to 4 hours. You can find the trailhead off Galease Road just before the bridge. If you go on the other side of the bridge, you'll see the boat ramp. You can get to the trail on river right, but you're gonna want river left. Rainy Falls, it's an amazing hike. Another thing you can do outside is you can hike or bike Cathedral Hills. Depends on your level. For experienced mountain bikers, this is the place to go. It's just an awesome plethora of trails. They're cutting new trails all the time. In fact, I heard they cut a trail recently in Cathedral Hills, a new one. So if you haven't been there in a while, go check it out. There's some new trails. They mix it up out there. You can hike. You could do the whole outback and you can go up and around. There's beautiful benches. There's places to stop. There's incredible views, Cathedral Hills. There's a lot of options. You can access it from 2 points, but I suggest you go Williams Highway, just past the golf course, take a left and park at the trailhead there. Parking is fairly safe. There's usually a lot of people. Also, be sure to share the trail with the equestrian enthusiasts. That's right, there'll be horses out there too, so you can hike or bike or ride horses. Cathedral Hills is just awesome, and it's a classic. If you haven't been there in a while, it's worth going back because it changes. It's a dynamic hiking environment. Check out Cathedral Hills, it's incredible. Another great place to hike is Tom Pearce Park. And if you like just kind of a flat near the river, Tom Pearce Park is great. Maybe it's more of a walk. So if you got little ones, or maybe you're just looking for something that's not super advanced in terms of skill ability or strenuous activity, Tom Pearce is great. And maybe you've got somebody who in your party or your group or your friends, or maybe it's you, in a disc golf. Tom Pearce has a cool park with different tees set up in different locations, and the baskets are incredible. You really gotta check it out. There's also some cool graffiti and remnants of old bridges that are at Tom Pearce Park, which are worth checking out too. Makes for great photo ops. Get your Instagram selfies on there. It's a really cool park. Check it out, Tom Pearce Park. One of my faves, still in the top 3 for hike, walk, whatever it is that you wanna do outdoors. The number 2 thing to do in Grants Pass has also been popular for a long time, and that's go fishing. That's right. Why wouldn't you go fishing? The Rogue River offers world-class steelhead and salmon fishing. You can fish from the bank at the end of Gunnell Road, or AKA Finley Bend, or maybe you wanna go to Robertson Bridge and fish underneath the bridge there. Those are both great spots. Or you can buy a boat. Maybe you wanna buy a boat, do it. You can get yourself a Willys boat, and they also make custom boats here in Grants Pass off M Street. That's a great place to do it. Or hire yourself a guide. That's what I like to do. It may be a little bit more expensive for one day, but what's awesome about that is you're gonna get somebody who really knows the river. In fact, my fave, Jake Riley, does an incredible job of teaching, educating, and understanding the history and the fishing and the impact of some of the things, including the drought on the river. It's just an incredible trip. So I highly recommend that you look at a guide on the Rogue River, and my guy is Jake Riley. There's also great trout fishing near Grants Pass. Lake Selmac is stocked, and depending on the time of the year, the weeds aren't so bad, the water level's a little high, and you can get out there and fish great. Even a little inflatable kayak so you can get out towards the middle of the lake is a really awesome treat, makes it a little bit easier for you. But Lake Selmac is a cool little lake to take little ones. If you've got little ones, you don't want to worry too much about cliffs or tricky walking paths. Lake Selmac is great for that. Also, it has restrooms. Sometimes that's really wonderful amenity if you've got a family or if you're traveling with a group who just really needs the restrooms. Another place to go trout fishing, a little more adventurous, is Galesville Reservoir. If you head out north of Grants Pass and just past the little town of Azalea, hang a right, go out to Galesville. It's really awesome. I personally love to go all the way up to where the stream is coming in. You can see all these cool snag trees that are out there. We like to take the little kayak out there and float through those trees, but you can also fish. It's a great place to go fishing, and Galesville Reservoir is always a fun time. It's not usually too busy. I recommend for Galesville, you don't go when it's too hot. If it's too hot, it can be not the most fun day, unless you want to get in the water, spend some time in the water. I think Galesville isn't so bad. Also for fishing, the ocean is not that far. You can just go to Brookings or Gold Beach and get yourself a seat on a charter. And then you can go out and you can catch some bottom fish or some lingcod, or they also sometimes do salmon, or they may even do halibut. There are a lot of options for you for fishing outside of Brookings, Gold Beach. Fishing tips, there's others. There's Union Creek. There's a lot of great options near this area, but go fishing. That's still a top thing to do in 2022. Number 3, keeping with the river theme, is you can float the river. There are sections of the river that you can float that are more calm and aren't so advanced in terms of whitewater skills. Maybe you want to go from Whitehorse to Robertson Bridge. You can get yourself a shuttle. DLS shuttles are awesome. They can pick up your vehicle at Whitehorse and they'll shuttle it down to Robertson Bridge. It takes a few hours and it's a nice, just beautiful section to float and enjoy. Lots of great scenery. In fact, there's often some bald eagles in this section. That's a great place to go for the day. Or maybe you want to float up closer to Riverside Park. Or maybe you want to go to Gold Hill and float down towards Valley of the Rogue. That's another great place too. There's so many options that you have in terms of floating the river for the day. Maybe you're looking for a more adventurous option. You want to do the whitewater trip. Well, either get a friend who's got a whitewater raft and they'll take you down the lower Rogue, or hit up my peeps at Orange Torpedo Trips. That's an incredible trip. The guides there are incredible. They take care of you. Basically what you do is you get on the boat and you float, and then you stop. They make a gourmet meal for you. They set up your camp. It's incredible. Orange Torpedo Trips is a great way to go. And there are many wonderful lodges on the wild and scenic section of the Rogue River. You have to have permits. You need to know what you're doing. This is not a go buy a boat and float down that section of the river kind of trip. There's dangerous rapids down there. It's very serious, but it is a lot of fun and it can be done safely. Just check out the Orange Torpedo Trips website. They will hook you up. Maybe the Rogue isn't the river for you and you want to do the Applegate. Well, get some inner tubes and then just float down the Applegate. That's a beautiful way to spend the day. Number 1, when it's hot outside is great because you kind of get near the water. You can splash the water, and the Applegate's a little bit cooler water than the Illinois. And number 2 is just an incredible way to hang out with friends. So you don't need anything fancy, just an inner tube from Walmart, and you can float down the Applegate River. I will warn you, it's possible that one could get a hole or pop, so make sure you bring a repair kit, especially in the summer when the water's low. Look, getting outside and floating the river is always an amazing thing to do, especially in the summertime. But right now with the water level the way that it is, it's not bad to do in May or June. Even in smoke season, look for a clear day. You can get out there and you will really enjoy it. Floating the river is definitely a top thing to do in 2022. My last top thing to do in 2022 is support our local restaurants. They just went through a heck of a time with the pandemic, and then they had that hiring struggle. That was tough for our local peeps, but many of our top restaurants have come through with shining colors. We've got amazing Mexican food in Grants Pass, and I can't recommend Casa Amiga enough. They're out off Redwood Avenue. You go just past the fairgrounds of New Flying Lark, turn left past the RV park, and you will see Jose and Rafael, the whole crew at Casa Amiga. Incredible food. They do Taco Tuesday. They also do Barbecue Fridays. Those are a special treat too. You can get some ribs, you can get whatever they're throwing on the barbecue for Friday. It's incredible. Casa Amiga is amazing. Another one of my favorites is Taco Mania. It's out in Merlin, near the Little Pantry. So you go to Little Town of Merlin, and actually it's near Orange Torpedo Trips. You will find Taco Mania's storefront location. They also have a food trailer at Weekend Beer Company, which is my next suggestion for 2022 is go to a local brewery. Weekend Beer Company is amazing. People there are fabulous. The brewmaster and the assistant brewmaster, shout out to Darcy, are incredible. They make some amazingly consistent IPAs. They also do some special one-off type of beers. And if you catch them at the right time on the right day, you might even get a brewery tour. It's incredible. Highly recommend. But when you're hanging out there, you can have a beer, or you want a burger, or Taco Mania has a cart there, and Catalyst has a pizza cart there right now. It's incredible, as well as Wheelhouse Coffee. So maybe you wanna meet somebody for coffee, but you don't wanna go all the way downtown. Wheelhouse is great. Sit outside at the picnic benches, just enjoy your time, and they've got awesome little treats too. So supporting a local brewery like Weekend Beer Company is a great thing to do, as well as a traditional brewery, pizza house in town that's been here for a long time, and that's a shout out to Wild River. They've got 2 locations. They've got the pizza house, which is great for family and large groups, and they also have the pub, which is also great for the family up until certain hours, and also amazing for large groups. They occasionally do comedy night. That's back in 2022, so that's amazing. And I can tell you that that wood-fired pizza is incredible. They also have a wood-fired sandwich, Parma. Ooh, molto bene. Very good. Check out Wild River. Go to Weekend. Those are great. Maybe Mexican or maybe bar-style food is not for you. You're looking for something maybe a little bit fancier. Well, the Bohemian's got you covered, as well as Twisted Cork, as well as Tap Rock. So you can park down on G Street. You can check out the Bohemian and Twisted Cork. Maybe you have a glass at one place and then you go to the other, or drink vice versa. Bohemian has a small bar, so you're gonna need to be patient if you wanna sit at the bar. And Twisted Cork also fills up too. They've got great patio outside seating, both do, which is a lot of fun this time of the year, especially with the beautiful weather. Take a loved one, go enjoy yourself, go have a great meal. Or maybe you want something that's a little bit farther down and on the river. Tap Rock is a solid, super consistent, amazing restaurant. Bar downstairs is incredible. You can also go sit out on the patio, which sits right over the Rogue River. You can see Caveman Bridge. Great place for your selfie for your trip. It's just a great time. So our local restaurants in 2022 are a top thing to do in Grants Pass. Go support those people. They're incredible and they take care of our community. That's my list. What do you got? Add in the comments down below. I'm sure I've missed something. Have I forgotten about bear hunting? Or have I forgotten about going and looking for Sasquatch or Bigfoot? Hit me up in the comments. What do you like to do in Grants Pass? Maybe I said something that's horrible to do. Let me know that too. It's great connecting with you. I hope you have a beautiful day, and let me know if I can do anything to help.